Welcome to Come Shopping With Me, where each week I'm taking you on a journey to discover the most amazing handmade creations. So if you're someone that wants to stop buying mass produced, then you are in the right place. We've got you covered. And you know what? This week was a really hard week, and it's probably one of the categories that I'm most fascinated by and that I love so much. But honestly, we have so many incredible artisans in this category that this is just the tip of the iceberg of what I'm going to show you today. So today we're going to be going through kids and baby softies, and I'll be showing you 5 of my favorite artists on the platform and what they've created. I tried to actually go with each individual item, but honestly, when I show you, you'll know exactly what I mean. And I've had many of these items in my hot little hands as well, so I know how beautiful they are in the flesh. But honestly, I have to say that once you start buying handmade toys and handmade softies, you really won't go back, and you'll be wanting to buy gifts for those babies coming into the world. Whether it's your neighbors or friends of friends, you'll find the occasion to start buying these incredible handmade softies. My first pick is the artist Beary Cutest, which is Sue. Now, I've had the great pleasure of actually seeing Sue's creations in the flesh. She was one of our feature artisans, and I received a whole pack of her bears at my house, and I so wanted to keep them. Now, there's a few things with Sue's creations that I really want to point out. First and foremost, I have to say the size. So when you're looking at each of her creations, go and have a look at the size, because when I received them, they're so much bigger than I expected them to be. But it means that you can really cuddle and snuggle into the bears as well. But I think she's got quite a unique lens in her creations as well, like you see with the bears that have got these tummies and they've got something else like an extra one that's kind of inside there. But so many different variations, and Sue's definitely one of the artists where you've got those softies that have been created for kids, but also those softies that have been created for babies specifically. And that's where you see these snugglers, you know, the comforters that kids walk around with. And again, varying size, but also varying yarn as well. Some of her snugglers are in a super snuggly, soft yarn. I keep going like that because I still remember how they feel against my skin. But Sue has absolutely stunning creations, so go check out Beary Cutest. My next hot pick has to be Charlotte's Playroom. Now, Catherine is an absolute master of crochet. And again, she's creating these characters within everything that she's making. Now, many of her dolls actually come with the option where you can get different clothes sets. So you could have the original doll made where it's got the same complexion, the same hair color, perhaps the same hobby as well that you love for the child that you're giving it to. But then they can add on by getting clothes as well. Now, I've got one of Charlotte's little fidget toys, which is from Christmas, and it's a popper, Christmas popper. It's so beautiful. But I just wanted to show you that, to show you the quality of her work. It's really beautiful, but also, you know, I think the thing is with Charlotte's Playroom as well, with Catherine, is just her imagery as well. They make me want to dive into the world of creation and imagination with the lens of a child, which I absolutely love. My next pick are these little characters, which are from Crochet by Karen J, and I absolutely love the idea of being able to give a bit of a set of these so that your child that you're giving it to can actually create that imagination play world. Now, it's really worthwhile having a look in the description at the size of these. Much like Sue's, they're much bigger than you probably thought. These little characters, I mean, look at this knight, honestly, and the little hat. Oh, it's just gorgeous. But he's about 16 centimeters tall, so that's still fairly substantial. So imagine getting a few of those for Christmas and watching as the child that you've given to straight away starts to give them a personality of their own. We've been using many of the images from this artist since when I first purchased the platform, because I absolutely love her creations. These are by April Showers, Handmade Yarns and Gifts. Now, these creations are absolutely beautiful. I've picked out 2 in particular, and you can jump into the rabbit hole and start discovering all of the ones in there. But it has to be this dinosaur. I mean, it's the photo, it's the whole character of sitting out there in his own little world. And the other one that I have to pick out is this cow. Oh my goodness, does anyone else love cows as much as I do? But I love what she's created here. And again, these are really special gifts. If you've even tried to dabble into the world of crochet and maybe thrown those hooks straight away on the floor, but even if you've given it a go, you know how much time and effort goes into each of these creations. So these are so special. Now, last but definitely not least is Margot Loves Arthur, and these ones are a little bit different. These are sew-in creations, so sew-in softies. So they've actually been made by fabric, but have a look at their beautiful little faces. Now, in the description of these dolls, she's actually got written right down the bottom, it says a new friend to love. Oh my goodness, yes, I do love them. Now, these dolls are about 43 centimeters tall, so again, they're quite substantial, the size of them. But honestly, I challenge you to be able to give these to any child. And I know that we're living in a digital world, but when you give a child something like this, it's like they feel the energy of it too. And straight away, you'll notice that they're hugging them in or perhaps carrying them by a hand. It's a really special moment when you give a gift like this. Now, we can't mention Margot Loves Arthur without mentioning her incredible hobby horses. Oh, I love these. It's that return to a simplicity in play. It's a return to simplicity and enjoyment, and that character building as well. So go and check them out. There's quite a selection of her other toys as well. So there we have it. Those are my current, I can never say my actual just hot pick because they happen to be of the moment. There's always new creations being added to the Madeit platform. But those are my current hot picks of handmade softies. And trust me, there are so many more for you to discover. So jump on over to Madeit, have a look at the incredible items that are on there, add them to your wish list, and even better, pop them in your cart and get them delivered right before Christmas.